Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the Modern History Previous Year Questions Part 9. In today's session, we are going to discuss some of the questions related to the modern history that has been asked recently in the earlier exams. And we will also see the type of question that can be asked in the upcoming exams. So let's see that what type of questions we have and let's upgrade our knowledge and enhance our notebooks. So before we start, these are the topics I got covered for you. So I have got social and religious movement. Very important topic this is because you can expect at least one or two questions from this part of modern history. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. First question that we have is eminent social reformer and woman education activist Pandit Ramabai Saraswati was a great scholar of. Very important question this is. Options are English, Hindi, Marathi or Sanskrit. Try to find out. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right because the answer is Sanskrit. So Pandita Ramabai was a feminist social reformer, a knowledgeable fellow, and a erudite of Sanskrit. She was born in 1958. She also got the title of Saraswati. She made hard critiques over the system of patriarchy. So, do remember the answer is Sanskrit. Remember her name Pandita Ramabai Saraswati. So, she is associated with the Sanskrit scholar. The law that permitted widows to remarry, Hindu Widow Remarriage Act, was passed in the year. Very important and easy question this is. And just take your time and try to think about it. So this act came into being when Lord Dalhousie was the Governor General of India, and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was the person or an activist who was responsible for bringing this act into India. And the answer is 1856. So Widow Remarriage Act was passed in 1856. It was drafted by Lord Dalhousie and passed by Lord Canning. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar of Bengal played a significant role in passing of this act. Later, due to his teaching qualities, he got the title of Vidyasagar from Fort Williams College. So the answer is 1856. Widow Remarriage Act came into being. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was the one who create this particular thing into knowledge of Britishers and they brought the act to abolish this thing. Who founded the Satya Shodhak Samaj? Jyotiba Phulle, Bhimrao Ambedkar, Mahatma Gandhi, Santa Ram Tambaku. Options are in front of you. Take your time. So, I guess the answer you are thinking is right because Satya Shodhak Samaj, this question has been asked so many times in exams. So, remember the answer is Jyotiba Phulle. So, let's read something about Satya Shodhak Samaj. Satya Shodhak Samaj was founded by Jyotiba Phulle on 24 September 1873 in Pune, Maharashtra. Satya Shodhak Samaj aimed to spread education among the lower caste people to make them aware of their rights. Satyasodhak Samaj rejected all kind of Brahman domination on the basis of religion and all religious sources of inequality. It campaigned against idolatry, denounced the Chatur Varnya system, the caste system, and rejected the needs for Brahman priestly class as educational and religious leader. Satyashodhak Samaj campaigned for the spread of rational thinking and rejected the need for priests. Phule was a social activist and thinker who pioneered women's education in India, especially in Maharashtra. In 1873, he wrote a book named Gulamgiri, meaning slavery. Gulamgiri, meaning slavery. So the answer is Jyotiba Phule, and he is the one who established the Satya Shodhak Samaj, and these are the details that what was the ideology of Satya Shodhak Samaj. Who had established the Prarthana Samaj? Mahatma Gandhi, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Swami Vivekanand, Atmaram Pandurang. Very important question. You must have seen this question lot of times in your mock test also. So try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right because the answer is Atmaram Pandurang. So Prarthana Samaj was established in 1867 in Maharashtra by Atmaram Pandurang with the support of Keshav Chandra Sen. Keshav Chandra Sen was also the one who tried to bring Brahmo Samaj as All India Samaj, but he particularly failed in that because a lot of people did not comply with the ideology of Brahmo Samaj. The main objective was to strengthen monotheism and to remove the evil and orthodoxies from the religions. So do remember the answer is Atmaram Pandurang. So Satya Sodhak Samaj was brought by Jyotiba Phulle and Prarthana Samaj was brought by Atmaram Pandurang. Remember these things. Who was the founder of Prarthana Samaj? Again, because this question is very important, as I said, so it has been asked different times in different ways. So try to think about it. So the answer of this question is Atmaram Pandurang. So in 1867, with the help of Keshav Chandra Sen, Atmaram Pandurang established Prarthana Samaj in Bombay. In 1869, M.G. Ranade became the member of this organization. The popularity of this organization is credited to Ranade, who rose his voice against the evil practices of Hindu religion. So the answer is Atma Prarthana Samaj is Atmanam Pandurang. Name the Dutch who helped Raja Ram Mohan Roy in the promotion of modern education in India. Derozio, Grand Duff, Alexander Duff, David Hare. Try to think about it. And I think you have figured out the answer. The answer is David Hare. David Hare was a Scottish watchmaker and philanthropist. He founded many educational institutions in Calcutta, such as Hindu School, Hare School, and helping in founding Presidency College. He also had Rajaram Mohan Roy in promotion of modern education in India. And Calcutta was the capital at that time of Britishers, and that is the reason that lot of exposure Calcutta got from the Western world. And because of that, this kind of ideologies and this kind of things developed in Calcutta. And that is why it also became the center of nationalism in India and also the Renaissance in India. When was the Ved Samaj was established in Madras? 1852, 1847, 1860, 1864. Try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is quite right because the answer is 1864. So Ved Samaj was established by Keshav Chandra Sen. He is also the one who brought Brahmo Samaj as All India Samaj. And this Ved Samaj was started in Madras in 1864. K. Sridharalu Naidu later visited Calcutta to study Brahmo Samaj movement, and when he returned, he renamed the Ved Samaj as the Brahmo Samaj of Southern India in 1871. So, do you remember who was when was the Ved Samaj was established? It was established in 1864. Later on, it became the Brahmo Samaj of South India. If we talk about Keshav Chandra Sen, so he was the one who established the Ved Samaj in 1864, and K. Sridharalu Naidu later visited Calcutta to study the Brahmo Samaj. During the British rule, who had improved the rights of women? Sarojini Naidu, Savitribai Pulle, Pandita Ramabai, or Tarabai Shinde? Very important question this is, and try to think about it. I guess the thinking of this question is made you answer the question because the answer is Pandita Ramabai. Pandita Ramabai was born on 23rd April 1858 in Maharashtra. She was a Sanskrit scholar, women rights and education activist, pioneer in the education and emancipation of women in India. She had started Sharda Sadan in Bombay. She had improved the rights of women during the British rule. She has been awarded Kesari-Hind Medal for community service in 1919 by British colonial government of India. So do remember the answer is Pandita Rama Bai. Pandita Ramabai was also a Sanskrit scholar and she was the one who had improved the women's rights in India. When was the Theosophical Society founded? So options are 1885, 1875, 1873, 1876. Try to think about it. So Theosophical Society, we all know, was founded in New York and it was founded in 1875. So Theosophical Society was founded by Madame Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott. In 1882, the headquarters of this society was established in Adyar, near Madras in India. The society was fashioned as Brotherhood Promoting Unit. So, right answer of this question is 1875, and Theosophical Society is basically founded by Madame Blavatsky and Colonel Olcott. Later on, when it was brought into India, a lot of different peoples also became the part of this. Like, if we talk about the Grand Old Lady of India, Annie Besant was also the part of Theosophical Society. In Dash, Sir William Jones founded the Asiatic Society of Bengal. What was that year? 1786, 1785, 1784, 1783. So options are quite close to each other. So try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right because the answer of this question is 1784. So William Jones founded Asiatic Society of Bengal on 15 January 1784 by Sir William Jones. The society had the support and encouragement of Warren Hastings. It is established in Fort Williams with an objective to initiate an enlightenment, the Oriental knowledge available in history, scriptures, or the regional text in India or Indian subcontinent. So the answer of this question is 1784. And in 1784, Sir William Jones founded the Asiatic Society of Bengal. Dash had translated the Vedas and Upanishads into Bangla language. Options are Rajaram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Pandita Ramabai, or Dayanand Saraswati. Try to think about this one. And you have correctly gave the answer. The answer is Rajaram Mohan Roy. So Rajaram Mohan Roy was the founder of Brahmo Samaj as well, and he was the one who was actively participating in prohibition of sati practice that came as an act in 1829. He died in Bristol, England in 1833 when he went to England to stop the other groups from preventing this particular sati practice act. He was the one of the first Indian social religious reformers. He was born in 1772. He had translated Vedas and Upanishads into Bangla language. Rajaram Mohan Roy published several journals in English, Hindi, Persian, and Bengali to uh, propagate social reforms. The most popular journal was Sambad Kaumudi, which was published in 1821. In 1829, Sati Pratha was legally abolished by Bengal provincial government through the efforts of Rajaram Mohan Roy. And do remember that in 1929, the Child Marriage Reform Act came, and that is known as the Sharda Act. In Dash, Rajaram Mohan Roy founded the Brahmo Samaj in Kolkata. Options are 1824, 1822, 1828, 1826. Try to think about it. And the answer is 1828. So Rajaram Mohan Roy was the founder of Brahmo Samaj. He was one of the first Indian social religious reformers. He was born in 1772. He had translated Vedas and Upanishads into Bangla language. Raja Ram Mohan Roy published several journals in English, Hindi, Persian, and Bengali to propagate social reforms. His most popular journal was Samvat Kaumudi, which was published in 1821. In 1829, Sati Pratha was legally abolished by Bengal provincial government through the efforts of Rajaram Mohan Roy. At that time, the Governor General of Bengal and later the Governor General of India was William Bentinck. So, do remember Sati Pratha Act or the particular Sati Practice Prohibition Act came during the time of William Bentinck. Who was the founder of Brahmo Samaj? Again, very easy question. Rajaram Mohan Roy, Dayanand Saraswati, Mahatma Gandhi, Lokmanya Tilak. Think about it and give the answer fast. And you are correct here. The answer is Rajaram Mohan Roy. So Rajaram Mohan Roy was the founder of Brahmo Samaj. He was one of the first Indian social religious reformers. He was born in 1772. The particular year after which in 1773 Regulating Act came into being. He had translated Vedas and Upanishads into Bangla language. Rajaram Mohan Roy published several journals in English, Hindi, Persian and Bengali to propagate social reforms. His most popular journal was Samvat Kaumudi, which was published in 1821. In 1829, Sati Pratha was legally abolished by Bengal provincial government through the efforts of Rajaram Mohan Roy. So the answer is Rajaram Mohan Roy. Who had founded Prarthana Samaj in 1867? Dr. Wilson, Atmaram Pandurang, Mahadev Govind Ranade, R.G. Bhandarkar. So try to tell the answer of this question, guys. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right because the answer is Atmaram Pandurang. So Prarthana Samaj was established on 31st March 1867 in Bombay by Atmaram Pandurang. Prarthana Samaj advocated the rational worship of one God and social reforms. It aimed at reforming the Hindu religious thought and practice in the light of modern knowledge. So answer is Atmaram Pandurang. Prarthana Samaj was founded in 1867 by him. Remember, Atmaram Pandurang founded the Prarthana Samaj. Satya Sodhak Samaj was founded by Jyotiba Phulle. So remember, these two are different. Okay. Dayanand Saraswati was the founder of which of the following mission? I hope you know about Dayanand Saraswati and his mission. So options are Brahmo Samaj, Chinmay Mission, Arya Samaj, Prarthana Samaj. Try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are giving is right because the answer is Arya Samaj. So Swami Dayanand Saraswati established the Arya Samaj on April 10th, 1875 in Bombay. Dayanand Saraswati was born on February 12, 1824 in Tankara, Gujarat. His original name was Mool Shankar. Arya Samaj was a Hindu reform movement, meaning society of the nobles. The purpose of the Arya Samaj was to move the Hindu religion away from the fictitious beliefs. Suddhi movement was introduced by Maharishi Dayanand to bring back the individuals to Hinduism who was either voluntarily or involuntarily converted to other religion. Dayanand Saraswati wrote Satyat Prakash in Sanskrit. So remember two, three things about him. He gave the slogan Back to Vedas. He gave the slogan India for Indians. He was the one who basically also wrote Satyat Prakash, very important book that is written by him. And he was the one who established the Arya Samaj in Mumbai in 1875. So basically remember his name, Swami Dayanand Saraswati. And whenever you will see his picture, you will see the four particular books alongside him. These are the four Vedas that you can see here. In which year the act was passed to abolish Sati Pratha? I have repeatedly tell you about this question, so try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right because the answer is 1820. 9. So the founder of Brahmo Samaj, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, was vociferous campaigner against Sati Pratha. He wrote articles in his journal Samvat Kaumudi advocating its prohibition. On 4th December 1829, the Governor General Lord William Bentinck passed Regulation 17th number to abolish the Sati Pratha. So remember that in 1829 Sati Pratha Abolition Act started, and in 1929 the Child Marriage Act was referenced. Who of the following campaigned against many rituals of Hinduism, such as idol worshipping, caste from birth, animal sacrifice, prohibition of women from learning Vedas? Sahu Chhatrapati, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Jyotiba Pulle. And you're right, because the answer is Swami Dayanand Saraswati. So Swami Dayanand Saraswati established the Arya Samaj in 1875. Swamiji was the pioneer of Indian freedom movement, equal social and political rights for all regardless of birth or gender, and revival of Vedic Dharma. So the answer is Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He was the one who particularly founded this particular thing. Who had founded Ramakrishna Mission? Swami Vivekanand, Sri Ramakrishna Paramhans, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right. His teacher was Ramakrishna Paramhans and his name was Swami Vivekanand. Ramakrishna Mission was founded near Calcutta by Swami Vivekanand in 1897 with twofold purpose: to spread the teaching of Vedanta as embodied in the life of Hindu saint Ramakrishna, and to improve the social condition of the Indian people. And he was also the one who gave the famous speech in Chicago in 1893 during the All Religious Parliament. Where is Belur Mutt located? Very simple question this is. West Bengal, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. Try to tell the answer. And I guess the answer you are thinking is right, because the answer is West Bengal. So Belur Mutt is the headquarter of Ramakrishna Mission and was founded by Swami Vivekanand and is located on the west bank of Hooghly River, Belur, West Bengal. So the answer is West Bengal. In year dash, Swami Vivekanand founded Ramakrishna Mission. 1895, 1899, 1893, 1897. Try to think about it. So we just did this question, but in a different way. And this time you need to remember the year. So the answer is 1897. So Belur Mutt is the headquarter of Ramakrishna Mission, and it was founded by Swami Vivekanand, located on the west bank of Hooghly River, Belur, West Bengal. Swami Vivekanand was the student of Ramakrishna Paramhans, and he participated in 1893 in Chicago in the all religious parliament. Who represented India in the first World Parliament of Religion in 1893? I just tell you about this, so try to think about this. So I just told you in the last question. So the answer is quite clear. The answer is Swami Vivekanand. So the city of Chicago in USA hosted the first World Parliament of Religion. Swami Vivekanand represented India and Hinduism at the World Parliament of Religions in 1893 and started his speech with "All my brothers and sisters," on which the whole parliament clapped. Who initiated the Young Bengal movement? Very important and very simple question. Options: Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Dennis Clive, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, or Henry Vivian Thoreau. So try to think about it. And I guess the answer you are giving is right, because the answer is Henry Louis Vivian Thoreau. So he was the one who started the Young Bengal movement. Young Bengal movement was started by Henry Louis Vivian, who had come to Calcutta in 1826 and was appointed in the Hindu College as the teacher of English literature. The Young Bengal was a group of Bengali freethinkers emerging from Hindu College. So right answer is Henry Vivian Thoreau, who is considered as the father of modern Indian Renaissance. Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Patel, Vinoba Bhave, and Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So we did this question a lot of times. We have talked about this a lot of times. The answer is simple. The answer is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. So Raja Ram Mohan Roy is considered to be the father of modern Indian Renaissance. On 20 August 1828, he founded Brahmo Samaj. He was the one who pioneered Western education in India. He published his first book, Tahfut ul Muwawihidin. He also was the editor of Samvad Kaumudi and Mirat ul Akbar. So remember all these journals and books that were written by him. And because of him, in 1829, the sati practice was abolished in India. So that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things with me. I will meet you in the next session in which we will discuss some more questions regarding modern history. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.